difference. What is the difference? First, the difference is the COD and BOD difference. I am writing on the board, not much. Okay, so what is the difference? First, the difference is the chemical oxygen demand, or first I will tell you about the BOD. So BOD is nothing but the biochemical oxygen demand. It is biochemical oxygen demand. And COD is nothing but the chemical oxygen demand. Okay, this is the first difference. Now we'll see the second difference. Second difference, I would like to tell you the definition of biochemical oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand definition is the amount of oxygen utilized for the degradation or decomposition of organic as well as inorganic waste material present into wastewater. Are you getting? It is amount of oxygen consumed for the degradation of organic as well as inorganic impurities present into wastewater. That is the biochemical oxygen demand. If you have not noted earlier, please note down the amount of oxygen consumed. The second difference you can write down. This is the first one. Second difference, amount of oxygen consumed or utilized for the decomposition or degradation of organic as well as inorganic impurities. Okay, that is COD. Now what is BOD? It is the amount of oxygen consumed by the microorganism for the degradation of only organic matter. Are you getting difference? At both the places the amount of oxygen is used or the consumed, that is there, but only the difference between these two, in a COD, the amount of oxygen consumed for organic as well as inorganic impurities degradation. We are considering for the organic as well as inorganic degradation in a COD, and in a BOD, amount of oxygen consumed by the microorganism only for the organic matter. Is it? So why this difference is there? In a chemical oxygen demand, we are using some chemicals to degrade the organic as well as inorganic impurities, and while degradation process, amount of oxygen utilized in that process we are noting down. So that's why it is getting degraded organic as well as inorganic. Whereas in a BOD, we are finding out the amount of oxygen utilized by the microorganisms, and microorganism can degrade only organic matter. They cannot degrade the inorganic impurities. Is it? So that's why in a BOD only organic matter decomposition oxygen consumed we are calculating, and in a COD oxygen consumed for organic as well as inorganic impurity we are considering. Is it? That is the second difference. And along with this, in line with this, you can say the third difference in the BOD and COD is COD is high as compared to BOD, and BOD is less as compared to COD. आता हे का? Just now I told you oxygen consumed for the degradation process only for the organic matter. मग तिथे कमी असेल की जास्त असेल, that is BOD. ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर साठीच फक्त ऑक्सिजन कंझ्युम केलेला, युटिलाइज केलेला आपण काढतो, डिटरमाइन करतो. So that is nothing but only organic matter oxygen consumed. So that's why the oxygen consumed in that process is less as compared to the COD. In the process of COD, we are considering the oxygen consumed for the organic as well as inorganic, and that's why COD value is more as compared to the BOD value. So third difference you can note down, value of COD is high and value of BOD is low, less. Note down this third difference. Now one more common difference I will tell you. COD determination or COD analysis process can be completed only within 3 hours. Only within 3 hours, whereas BOD determination process can be completed. COD determination process can be completed. Time required to complete the BOD determination process is minimum 5 days or any other day. In a day, we can say it is in a day. Standard of COD can be determined within 3 hours. Standard BOD can be determined within 5 days. Is it? So that's why this is one of the difference. Now, along with our time, there is a temperature difference. So this test can be conducted at 100 degrees Celsius, which says COD test can be conducted at 100 degrees Celsius and BOD test can be conducted at 20 degrees Celsius. It can be conducted at 20 degrees Celsius. Getting? So this is the another one difference. Now the next difference I will tell you. The disposable value. Disposable value means what? When you are treating the wastewater and disposing into nearby water body on the land, at that time, what should be the standard value or what is the allowed value, desirable limit for the BOD and COD? That difference you can note down. So for COD, it is 250 to 500 milligram per liter, or we can say it is a ppm. Disposable limit, here you can write in a proper manner. Disposable limit value is 250 to 500 ppm or milligram per liter. And here for the BOD, it's the difference. That value must not be greater than 30 milligram per liter. That value must not be greater than for 30 milligram per liter. Okay. I hope you have noted down the difference between BOD and COD. Is it? Now the second part we are going to study of this chapter. The first part is over. Now the second part I am going to tell you about the sewerage system. What nonsense activity somebody is doing? Please mind yourself. I cannot mind myself once I will come to my position. Okay? Don't show your notoriousness here. Okay, what I was telling to you, the first part of this chapter is over. Now second half part we are going to study, and that is nothing but the sewerage system. Okay, Now, while studying sewerage system, first of all, you should know what is the sewer, or we can say what are the different types of sewer. Video has been stopped. Okay, in the first lecture, I told you what is meant by sewer. Sewer is nothing but a closed conduit. It is a closed conduit, closed pipe, which is used to carry the sewage from the individual and transport it towards the disposal site. That is nothing but the sewer. But that is the one terminology, sewer. There are the different types of sewers. So what are the different types of sewers that we will see first? So the first type of sewer is the sanitary sewer. Is it visible? Red color is visible to you properly, or should I use only black color? I think it is not visible. Somebody please answer. Is it visible, red color marker? Is it visible? No, ma'am. Okay. Okay. I will go for only black one. So there are the different types of sewers. So I will list it on the board and then I will explain in one shot. Okay. So first one is the sanitary sewer. Now second one is the storm water sewer. Storm, S-T-O-R-M, storm water sewer. Third, combined sewer. Fourth, house sewer. Fifth, branch, or we can say lateral sewer. Sixth, submain sewer. Then seventh, main sewer. Main, or we can say it is a trunk sewer. And next one, eighth one, is the outfall sewer. Okay, these are the different types of sewers you can see, and I will explain one by one. So the first one is the sanitary sewer. Sanitary sewer, you can note down simultaneously. I will be aside. I think something is disturbing you at this place. I will try to manage my camera. Hope it is visible. So I think it is not getting settled out. So please just see, this is last one is written as a outfall sewer. Okay, outfall sewer. So the first one I will start explaining. The first one is nothing but the sanitary sewer. In a sanitary sewer, when we are using that for the collection of sewage from the domestic area, and that sewer is known as the sanitary sewer. Okay, when we are using sewer for the collection of domestic waste from the individual residents, at that time we can say it is a sanitary sewer. Then the next one is the stormwater sewer. Stormwater sewer is nothing but the sewer line which is used to collect the precipitation water or rainfall water. That is nothing but the stormwater. Stormwater is nothing but the collection of precipitated water on the surface of the roads and earth. That is nothing but the stormwater sewer. Then the next one is the combined sewer. Sometimes we are not using separate sewer line for the sanitary sewer and separate sewer line for the stormwater sewer. At that time, these two sewages can be collected in a one pipe. At that time, that sewer is known as the combined sewer. And the next one is the house sewer. So you may be knowing now, this is the building, and on this building, you can see the different floors may be there, and on the different floor from various places, there are the number of water closets, wash basins may be available, and all this entire wastewater will be collected and transported through the one pipe from the different place. So these pipes, whatever the separate pipes are used to collect the sewage from the one individual unit, one individual water closet or the sink or the basin in a house, that is known as the house sewer. It is known as the house sewer. Okay. Now the next one is the branch sewer. Now the branch sewer from the every individual. So entire waste with the help of house sewer line or the pipe, it will be collected at one place in that particular residence, and this will be transported towards the submain. This will be transported towards the submain. And when the water is transporting, wastewater is collected with the help of house sewer, and that is being transported towards the submain with the help of laterals. With the help of laterals. This is known as the laterals, which is transporting water from house sewer to submain sewer. So this is the submain sewer. Now, the way it is the house, so like this, many number of houses will be available on the both the side of the submain road, and these will be transported their waste sewage with the help of laterals, different laterals towards the submain. And that submain, that entire wastewater will be collected in this particular submain. Okay. Now, these such many submains. So, in another line, here Gully Dhani, that will be one of the colony. In another colony, there will be again same way, the residential area is there, and they are transporting their sewage with the help of lateral towards the submain, and then this way will happen. Okay, they can travel their wastewater with the help of lateral, and again this wastewater from with the help of submain 1, I can say submain 1, this will be submain 2. Okay, so many such submains will be connected to the main line. So to this road side, this is the main road, these are the submain roads. Along with the network of the sewerage system is parallel to the road, that I told you earlier also. So this, from this also there may be the different submains are coming. Okay, and they will transport their sewage into this main line, and that main line will collect the entire waste from that sewage city and will transport towards the outfall sewer. Last one is the outfall sewer. In the first lecture, I have shown to you some of the sewer from the internet, and in that I have shown to you. At the last, there is an outfall sewer near to the wastewater treatment plant. So this entire network of sewers, entire network of sewer is known as a sewerage system. Okay, so in that different types of sewers are required for the well functioning. This is about only the sewers. Along with the sewers, some of the appurtenances are also required. That also we are going to study in detail in a further part. Okay, so you just note down what is meant by sewerage system. Sewerage system is nothing but the network of different sewer lines connected to each other for the collection of sewage and stormwater, and this is known as the sewerage system. And in that, different types of sewers are required. First one, sanitary sewer, stormwater sewer, combined sewer, house sewer, branch or lateral sewer, then submain sewer, main or trunk sewer, and then the last one is the outfall sewer. Okay, so this is nothing but the about the types of sewers. I hope you understood. You please note down this, and then I will go to the next point. CA15, roll number 50. I have noted down you are making intentionally this kind of activity. So it will not be good for you. Definitely it is not good for me, not good for everybody present in this room, but it is very harmful to you. I hope you will take care henceafter. Roll number 50. Maybe you are feeling that you are okay. Shall we move to the next point? May I erase this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, now next point is the sewerage system. First we have discussed about the sewer types of sewer. Now we'll see what are the different types of sewerage systems. Sewerage systems, there are basically three types of sewerage systems. The first one is the separate sewerage system. Second one is the combined sewerage system. Third one is partially separate sewerage system. These are the three types of sewerage system. First one is the separate sewerage system, combined sewerage system, and third one is the partially separate sewerage system. So what are these three types of sewerage system? That I will explain to you. First one is the separate sewerage system. I told you these kinds of main roads will be there. So this we will assume this is the main road. Okay. So this we will assume are the sub-main roads.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
I am roll number 50. I think you have called me right now.
Yeah.
Why?
For making noise.
No, ma'am. I have just joined because of my friend told me that someone has
Oh,
created
no,
my
no,
name.
no, no. We will discuss later on. Don't disturb other class. We will discuss later on. I will show you with the proof why I have called you. Okay?
Yeah.
These are roads. Okay? Now in the main roads, so there are these sub-mains. So you can see this may be the sub-main. So this may be the sub-main. This may be the sub-main. So here also there may be a sub-main. Okay. Now on aside the every sub-main, there will be a individual residence or colony